Let's rewind now. Let's rewind to that fateful day that you saw the ad in the paper, the music paper, The Enemy, and Elton saw the same one, and you pitched up and you met each other. I didn't realize till I read your book it was love at first sight. You liked Elton straight off the bat, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the first time we met, which is a sort of prologue at the beginning of the book, was at Dick James's studios on New Oxford Street. Now, we'd both been to see Ray Williams, who was the guy that literally put us together, and we'd both been to see him individually, and Elton sort of didn't come across great because he had no original material, so he just played, I think he played Jim Reeves's He'll Have to Go. But I guess for some reason Ray saw something in him, and Elton had said, or Reg as he was back then, had said, well, I really want to write songs, but I don't have any material. I can't write words. I need a lyricist. Or I don't think he said I need one, but I would like one, or intimated that he would like one. And at the same time, I'd been to see Ray Williams slightly before him, and I'd sent in some material. And what happened was basically, as Kismet would have it, he handed my envelope of very, very juvenile lyrics. Well, they weren't really even lyrics. It was just sort of, I was flying by the seat of my pants because I had no idea what it meant to write a lyric or a song lyric anyway. But as fate would have it, he gave them to Elton and arranged for us to meet at Dick James's studio. And Dick James's studio was where a lot of demos, they were actually Dick was actually the publisher of the Beatles. Yeah. So a lot of demos were done there, and he had a lot of sort of in-house songwriters. And Elton originally would go there and just play piano for the writers, not recording anything of his own. And so we arranged to meet there, and I sort of was totally a fish out of water and was sitting in the booth waiting. I didn't know where he was, and apparently he was in the studio down the hallway, and I could see him on this little TV, and I kind of said, is that Reg Dwight? And somebody concurred and said, yes, it is, And at that point, the guy who was the engineer sort of turned around and said, are you supposed to be here? And of course, being, this country kid, sitting in this studio in London, it was like, whoa, well, I'm supposed to be. And just as he said that, Elton came through the door and said, is there a Bernie Taupin here? And it was like, that's me, sir, And obviously it was like he just saved my life, literally.
Yeah, someone saved my life tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Or this afternoon, anyway, at least. And so I was immediately sort of attracted to him as a human being. It was like, oh, you just pulled my feet out of the fire. And so I literally, we went around the corner to a place called the Lancaster Grill on Charing Cross Road and bonded immediately.